Welcome back, collective. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire sign gang. Welcome to your Valentine's Day Romance and Love Valentine's Day special. So today, you guys, I'm just going to pull a couple of different spreads. I want to connect with the divine masculines, the divine feminines. I'm going to pull a couple of spreads from romance and love vibes. I'm going to pull on your heartstrings a little bit as well. I'm going to give you guys some lunologies, some astro card advice messages as well. And then at the end, I'm going to pull and roll the dice, letters and numbers. So, divine masculine, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, what is your overall energy this Valentine's Day? What are you guys dealing with in your overall energy? So, divine masculines, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I got ego out here, transparent, and unworthy. What's going on, my divine masculines, this Valentine's Day? So ego is about fear, anxiety, limiting beliefs, toxic thinking patterns. I have transparent, which is about being honest, open, and vulnerable communication, nothing to hide. And not an unworthy, not feeling good enough for the divine feminine, doesn't think you deserve love, attention, or respect. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What I'm getting from this for my divine masculine overall energy today. You guys have a lot of fear and anxiety around a connection. There's somebody that you want to connect with that is going to require you to be open and honest with them, transparent, vulnerable, communicate openly. I feel like you have anxiety around this and you're covering it up with ego and pride because you don't know how to be vulnerable. You don't know how to express yourself well when it comes to your emotions, to your heart space. I feel like for a lot of you, you have suppressed these emotions, your feelings. You have numbed your heart space for a very long time. And it is because deep down and what's hidden is that you don't feel confident. Truly, there is a level of insecurity that you have. You don't feel like you deserve this person that you love deep down in your heart. And because you don't feel like you deserve their love, you act with ego and pride to cover up your sadness, your feelings of insecurity, and you mask it. It's a defense mechanism that you have in order to protect your feelings, your emotions. But what it is actually doing, it is causing tension and hurt to your divine feminine, to that person that you love, because you are choosing to use ego and pride to protect you, not understanding that you using ego and pride to protect you is hurting someone who you truly love. So it does become a question of, is this person worth you being transparent for? Is your ego and pride, your fear, your anxiety that you could overcome if you wanted to, if you truly love this person? Are they worth you opening up to, being transparent for, communicating with clearly, being vulnerable, no matter how you feel about yourself, if you truly love them? Because divine masculine, everybody has a level of insecurity in some area of their life. I understand the pressure as well that divine masculines face when it comes to having to always seem confident, but at the end of the day, you are still a human being living this 3D reality, and nobody is perfect. Everybody has a past, a present, and fears sometimes the future. But if you live in fear, then you can't live in the present. If you live in fear, then you will never experience true love on the level that you deserve, because you will allow fear, which is false. experiences appearing real keep you from the fire, that passion that you feel for this person, that love that you have for this person? Do you want to live the rest of your life in fear and anxiety is the question. Because sometimes opening up and being transparent, even though you feel unworthy deep down, sometimes it allows love to come in and fill those cracks in your heart space where you need light to be and heal you. But you have to allow it. Divine masculines. Okay. Divine feminine, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What is your general energy this Valentine's Day? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, divine feminines. Okay. Silent. Some of you guys are single. Some of you guys are in separation and you haven't been talking to someone for a while. Yeah, some of you guys are excluded from the social scene right now. Maybe you guys are working on healing your heart space. Maybe you guys are celebrating your self-love this holiday. Some of you guys are celebrating with a group of friends tonight, but it could not be romance. It could just be a group of girlfriends that you guys are going out and hanging out and having a great time. Celebrate yourself, divine feminine. You are allowed, after a period of being silent and going within and being excluded from the scene, it is time to pop out and show people that you have healed, that you are celebrating life. A lot of people, I feel, have been questioning what you've been doing in the background. Love hasn't really been on the forefront. For a lot of my divine feminines, because you have been working on yourself, because you have been working on your healing, and you really excluded yourself from, again, the external world for a very long time in this silent period. And it is because you were reflecting, it is because you were trying to gain a different perspective. And now you have this self-worth and self-love that I've seen come out in your spread the last few weeks. And it is time to celebrate that. Valentine's Day is a perfect day to celebrate that because it is the action of showing your self-love, celebrating the love that you give yourself, that self-worth that you found again within self, divine feminine. Because for a few years, people had you questioning what you already knew about you, but you lost yourself for a few years, trapped in connections that made you question your self-worth, made you feel insecure, made you question your intuition. But once you realized that these were not people who were truly for you, that truly loved you or cared for you, you walked away in silence and you went into hermit, and now you are ready to celebrate the healing that you have done, as you should, divine feminine. All right. What's the love vibes then? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What is the love vibes y'all got going on? Love vibes. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Wow. Okay. Ooh, okay. A lot of energy here. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. Well, ride or die, as you can see, came out in the reverse. I feel like, again, kind of touching back on this connection here. I feel like a lot of you guys were in a connection with somebody in your past. And this is somebody who you looked at or used to look at as your ride or die. This is somebody who you would have done anything for, that you were loyal to the soil to. But the way that they acted towards you, my Aries, my Leos, my Sagittarius, the way this person acted towards you, or flip it if this is you, but I'm just telling you how I'm getting it. The way this person acted towards you didn't make you feel loved. It didn't make you feel adored. It didn't make you even feel like you guys were actual friends anymore. A lot of the actions that this person took caught you off guard, but deep down, the sad thing about it was this person was a secret admirer of yours. They actually did really love you. They actually really did care for you, but they didn't know how to show you. They didn't feel worthy. This could be my divine masculines. You didn't feel worthy, so you didn't treat your person like the ride or die, like that Bonnie and Clyde energy. You said things to them that broke their heart with this toxic talk here. You said things to hurt their feelings because deep down you felt hurt. But instead of expressing yourself and being transparent, your ego and pride got in the way here. So it caused a separation. And this person blocked you. And they're not going to make the same mistake. So this is a situation where there was love. It could have been a beautiful connection with this ride or die energy, because either you, collective, or the person on your mind secretly admired you, but their ego and pride got in the way and they said some things to hurt you because deep down they were truly hurt. But instead of them being vulnerable and expressing that to you, which could have made this connection a true ride or die connection, it could have created a level of healing for the both of you. They allowed their ego and pride to step in and they hurt your feelings and broke your heart. So you walked away and you had to block them because you were not going to continue to put yourself in those situations to constantly be hurt. Wow. Wow. Yeah. This is the energy. There was love, romance. Romantic surprises are on the horizon. Be open to them. Some of you guys this day on Valentine's Day definitely got some romantic surprises coming into you. You guys are actually truly connected. You feel very passionate about your person. But for my Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the overall energy in romance and love, see, you're no longer willing to sacrifice just for passion when there's not even true friendship there present. Friendship in the reverse, sacrifice in the reverse, romance upright. Even though there is love there, even though you feel for this person strongly and they felt for you strongly, it was a tight, close-knit, strong, energetic connection that both of you felt. Physical attraction was there. Mental attraction was there. You guys were connected in spirit as well, but somebody would have had to sacrifice their own self-worth for something that didn't even seem as a true friendship. So somebody had to walk away because they were heartbroken. Wow. Let me get you your advice from the Astros. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like a lot of you guys have already gone through this situation. And again, I can see that with, seclusion, silence, celebration. You are celebrating coming out of this feeling of heartbreak. But I feel like you do still think about this person all the time. I feel like you wish them well. I feel like you still love them, but you know that you have to love them from afar because there's a lot of healing needed in order to deal with trying to figure out whether they should allow ego or transparency be at the forefront. This person is still possibly in their head about this, especially today, thinking about you and that moment that you walked away. But I feel like there is still something to celebrate. You choosing you. The fact that your heart space is still open, you can still love even amongst the heartbreak that you felt. See, that's the key, right? Not to allow the past to hold you back. Don't stay in your self mode. Don't allow the past to hold you back. No matter how heartbroken you've been, you always have the choice to heal, evolve, learn the lessons, and move forward. Yeah, this was somebody in your community. This was somebody very close to you that turned into your op, and it took you off guard. This is not what you were ready for. Yeah, that communication, that toxic communication that broke your heart, but it gave you clarity. And this is why you were able to walk away. It gave you the clarity that you needed. I feel like you questioned a lot of this person's actions in the past towards you. Again, you loved them, but you knew that there was something else going on because their energy was not consistent. It was inconsistent. It was hurtful, but you finally gained clarity and it allowed you to choose you and walk away. And I feel like the celebration on this day is the love that you found again for yourself. I feel like you are now in love with yourself again after a very long time. And it took a long time to heal that heartbreak, a very long time, because it wasn't just one person. I feel like some of you guys dealt with multiple people that broke your heart within a very close-knit amount of time. But you realize now that you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. You could have Virgo in your chart, be dealing with one or dealt with one. You now realize that you are good enough. Your self-worth, like I said, is not in question because you saw the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius, more fire energy. Sagittarius heavy. You could have been dealing with one, or you are one that I'm talking to. You could have been dealing with a Taurus, but see, your dreams needed a practical plan. You were dealing with somebody that was not on the same page as you, but you, as much as you knew that, you were still holding on to the feeling, right, of being connected to this person, even though practically your worlds could not connect or collide. So your conclusions, that clarity came in and you got the answers that you needed. You can have Gemini in your chart be dealing with one. Love. Love. It is not something that will ever truly be understood. It's not meant to be truly understood. It's not truly meant to make sense. It is a feeling. See, our bond feels like it's on the edge of breaking. This is what your heart space was telling you when you were connected to this person, but it took you a while to make the choice to walk away because of the passion that you felt for this person. But your heart always knew, I forgive you for me and for us. This is your energy. You learn to forgive this person because, like I said, you still love them and you realize that there's nothing you can do about the healing that they need, or vice versa, or the both of you need it. These could have been situations, right person, wrong time. Maybe this is something that can come back together, but I know that there's somebody who is refusing to make that same mistake again. No challenge is too big for us to overcome. This could be the energy the person is in that you walked away from, but you see, it's going to take action, right, for them to show and prove. Let's nurture our love every step of the way. See, but when you wanted to nurture it, they were not willing to nurture it because nurturing takes vulnerability. It means being open. It means understanding. I am worthy of the love I seek. This is what you finally figured out. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that you were worthy of the love that you were giving, that you were seeking. Exactly. I'm healing to love myself again. This is what you are now celebrating this Valentine's Day. This is what you deserve to celebrate because, see, healing, it is a marathon. It is not a sprint, and it takes courage. And the fact that you had the courage to walk away one step at a time, you knew the colors purple and gold could be significant. Blue, green, red. You knew it was time. So now you get to celebrate your heart space, the love that you feel for yourself again, because you chose to heal, because you found your self-worth again. Good for you. Let's roll the dice. First, middle, last initials, you or your person, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this Valentine's Day. H, M, X, B, Y, bye. Wow. Some of you guys walked away. Truth. Wow. X, U, N, C. And you have somebody thinking about this a lot. Truly walking away. I don't think this person ever expected you to walk away because of this ride or die energy that you guys were in. But see, at the end of the day, it takes two people on the same page, being consistent, words matching their actions, giving each other validation by showing up for each other. See, to make a connection work, it takes a level of vulnerability. Everybody needs to feel safe in their space. So until you have that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, until you have that type of connection, you would rather walk the road and the path alone and give yourself love and get to the bag and grow, heal, evolve. But because you are fire signs, that passion still burns within you. You still think about this person, and some of you guys can, send love their way and still move forward. Some of you guys cannot because the connection, the heartbreak was too difficult. Completely understandable. Just make sure that when you forgive for you. If you can't forgive for the us, just make sure you forgive for you so you can release the burden and keep moving forward so that your heart can heal, because you do deserve love, and you never want to allow somebody from your past to hold that much emotional control of your heart space that you do not love again. You do not allow love to come in and give to you in the way that you deserve. They don't deserve that much power. They are an X for a reason. So why should they still hold that emotional space? You got to let go truly to make room for new. $33, 11. Yes. Some of you guys feel like it was a very strong spiritual connection with this 11 here and 33 here. Wow. November 6th, 311. Wow, 311. The group that keeps coming out in my romance and love messages, that group 311, that song Amber, they also have a song called Love Song as well. This is how this person made you feel. You were head over heels in love with them, and they broke your heart. They did you dirty. They became your op, and out of nowhere. And it was because they felt insecure. They felt like they didn't deserve you. But see, instead of them coming from a place of transparency and expressing themselves to you, that could have made the bond even stronger. It could have made you truly unbreakable. The way that they felt about you, they pushed you to the edge of breaking. And now this may be forever and consistently be broken. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that is what I have for you this Valentine's Day. Continue to celebrate your healing. Enjoy your day to the fullest. Continue to become better and not bitter, because nobody from your past, no ex, no family member, no past person that you walked away from deserves to have control over your emotional space. You deserve to allow love in, because love is not what hurt you. It was the person who said they loved you that hurt you. So place it where it goes. Until next time, you guys. Bye.